welcome to the new episode of A Teacher's Journey. I'm recording this today on Thursday. This is your host, Robert Corio Jr., and recording this actually from my phone because I have the app. So I'm recording this from my phone compared to when I usually record on my computer. But thing was, the screen of my laptop broke, so I had to go and get it fixed today. This week, so I don't have it with me today, but I should be getting it back tomorrow or Friday when you're listening to this. So basically, you'll by the time you're listening to this, I'll be getting my laptop back. So just trying new things out. And one of the things that I was thinking about during the week is there's a lot of things going on with schools and everything, with schools possibly reopening, and how do people feel about the schools reopening, or how is it going to look like? Is it going to be a combination of school going in school and remote learning, or is it just going to be remote learning? I'm going to talk about some things there and what I feel about it, and being able to just give you my thoughts on that, and just some other things that are going on during the week, and and that's it. So so um, for my for all this that's going on with the schools, with upcoming school year, how do I feel about schools reopening and possibly going back, and or having a combination of virtual learning and in school, or just having just virtual learning to start off the year? I've been hearing some news about some of the schools are going to be starting the year off with virtual learning. Some in this country where compare and others aren't sure yet. So for me, I have no problem with going back into school. I said, I work at a tutoring center, and this last week it was my first time back, and basically it was just me wearing the mask and making sure that all I had to do was making sure that the students were cleaning off the pages that they worked on, and then I would go and return the books back. I would go get the books and return the books back once the students finished them, as they couldn't go and get any of the books, just so that way. And then I had to clean off the books before putting the book away, and making sure that everything that I used was clean, or that anything that the students, like the tables and chairs that the students were at, they were clean at the end of the sessions, and making sure that I took the students' temperature before they arriving, and then making sure my temperature was taken before I arrived. So I think it's something where it's going to be different if we go back. I mean, depending on where you are. Like if you're at a school where you think you're gonna do virtual learning for the year, or if you think you're gonna be doing your virtual learning and in person, or you're just gonna do in person. I think for me, I'd be okay with doing in person, just in person. I'd be okay with doing in person or virtual, or I'd be okay with just doing virtual. I think this is a time where just have to be flexible, because I think that's one of the things right now. Everything's going on. You just have to. I gotta be flexible. Can't be like, but I mean, you gotta make sure everyone is safe and healthy, and everyone is able to learn on a day-to-day basis. I think it's hard to, I think it depends on who you talk to. Some people love virtual learning, and some people aren't crazy about it. It's hard for me to say, like, oh, is one thing better than the other. It just is hard, because I can't, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what's easier, what's harder. Is everything going to be smooth sailing compared to everything, stuff that was done before, or is it just going to be harder? I mean, we don't know. I mean, we don't know what it's going to look like. I mean, some areas are going to not just do virtual learning for the rest of the year until they really feel like it's safe, and then there's some areas that we're just going to have them go back to school in the fall. So we really don't know. And I was looking into some surveys that are being sent out right now for how parents and teachers feel about about going back to school. Again, I think as long as everything is safe and you're clean, you're washing your hands, you're covering your mouth when you sneeze or cough, and you're doing what you can just to stay safe. I'm okay with going back to school, but same time I can understand if they want me to do virtual learning, I would do that as well. I I just don't I want to make sure I'm just trying to be flexible as possible because I think I mean this year when I was doing virtual learning, it was pretty good. There was a lot of things I did and a lot of students I worked with and the program was pretty good. So I was very fortunate to be in a situation where when I came in to do virtual learning, everything was already set and it was pretty a good seamless transition and coming in there and working with the students and the students were working with me and something that I was very proud of and I'm very fortunate enough to have good people around me as a teacher to be able to do this. So I was very lucky. So but again there's some but every I think every school is different. So it's hard for me to say how what virtual learning is going to be like for every teacher. It's just hard and some you get you just get different opinions. I mean, some people are going to want to go back to school, and there's some people that are just they're just not crazy about it. But you just have to. For me, I just have to be flexible during this time. If they want me to go back, if I'm always willing to go back. I have no problem going back. I have no problem doing virtual learning. I have no problem doing both. I can bounce from one. I can go to the center. I can go into school when you need me to, and I can do virtual learning when you need me to. So I think for me, it's just trying to be safe, but also going back into work, going back to my day-to-day operations before all this happened with the coronavirus. So for me, I just want to make sure that I know and I trust that everything's gonna be safe when I'm there. I mean, I trust the people. I don't feel like it's just gonna be like, yeah, you just come on in and then nothing's clean and nothing's sanitized and eh, but like because when I went to yeah, I work at a tutoring center and the tutoring center I worked at, I had to get my temperature taken before coming in. They did a little. I think I explained it before. They put the little thing against my forehead and they read and the temperature whatever the temperature read was good. All right, you can come on in. Then then I had They had a bunch of hand sanitizer bottles that they around, so I just used those a lot of times when I was rinsing my hands. And they had the Clorox spray where I was just spraying the books and the pages and using the paper towel to clean it up and I felt like it was like a regular it was like me being there before, just making sure that everyone had their mask on and everything. So and I had my mask on. So it's just I think for me it's just being safe and I think everyone that's what everyone wants. I think everyone wants to make sure that it's safe when we go back. That everyone is going to be safe. But I think again, I just try to be flexible. I don't try to. If they want me to go back into school, I'll go back. If they want me to do virtual learning, I'll do virtual learning. If they want me to do a blended or kind of hybrid where it's both in person and virtual learning, I'll do that as well. I think that's life right now. I think we have to really be flexible in what we're doing. I mean, we can't, I don't want to stay too rigid and be just saying like, okay, I'm going to do just one thing. I have to be open and doing other things, whether it's meeting with people online now, whether it's via Zoom or Google Meet or Skype. I gotta do it, and that's something that and then or if they want me to come in person, okay, I gotta do that as well. So I think it just depends on who you talk to, but I think for me, I'm willing to do both. I have no problem. I think it's something where it's hard for me to say, like overall stats. I mean, I would like to see like stats, like what stats are good, like how do the students like virtual learning compared to in person? That's something I'm really curious about seeing. I think, but again, it's just for me, it's hard for me to say like, okay, like this is better than the other. It just depends on who you talk to, who you're interacting with, how they like it. Some kids are gonna like it, some teachers are gonna like it. Other kids and teachers, other families may not like it for whatever reason. It's hard for me to say that. So yeah, so I think for me right now with everything that's going on, I'm pretty busy. Just got back from the golf course. I was playing 18 holes earlier today. I did okay. It was I think again it was a nice day out by where I am, so it was pretty. The weather was pretty nice. I really liked the weather, and then the weather was really beautiful. So I mean, I was pretty fortunate. I went out early, so I did some stuff in the morning, and then I was able to go out and play a little golf. Yeah, again, I posted some pictures up online, so if you want to ever see, you're more than welcome to see them. Yeah, it was just a little a little day on the golf course, a little Thursday golfing, as they say. So I got some again, but overall this week it's just busy with tutoring and other teaching stuff going on, and overall everything else is pretty good. So I think it's just putting in the work and stuff that I'm doing right now and just keep myself busy and making sure that I'm doing what I need to do and everything I need to get done. So it's for me, I'm pretty happy, but overall, like just a little busy week, just a little busy week, stuff that's going on, and got some stuff over the weekend that I'm doing. So just just busy times. This week was a pretty busy week. So we'll see. I mean, again, we'll see how it goes for this week, and then next week I'm gonna be tutoring as well. So pretty fortunate in that sense that I'm just working right now, and then just seeing what's going on for next school year, where I'll be. I'm not sure yet, but we just gotta take it day by day and just work at it, and then and see and just I do what I can in order to do what I can to get where I want to be. So yeah, I think everything else is pretty good. I'm really everything else is a pleasure of where I'm working right now, and learning a lot. I think this is a time where it's a good time to be working right now. Good time to be learning new things, because as a teacher, I mean, it's a good way to grow. I mean, this is a time where we all can grow as teachers right now. I mean, we all didn't think back in February, March that we would be teaching online, teaching virtually, and now we are. So I feel that for me, it's something where I want to make sure that I'm doing doing my part and being able to help and learning as much as I can and being flexible. I think that's the biggest part right now. We just I'm just trying to be as flexible as I can. I mean, that's the big part, and as just keep going, just keep swinging, just live life, be and and that's it. So if you want to contribute to the show, there'll be a link in the description where you can make those contributions. Again, thank you so much for listening today. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.